Kimberly Pochobradsky of Trinity Valley Electric Cooperative was running errands on her lunch break when she noticed smoke coming from a truck. She parked and ran toward the vehicle and convinced the driver to exit. The fire was eventually extinguished.
I was working that morning, and then I started my lunch break at 11 o'clock, and I needed to run some errands. So I was driving down 31 to go to the post office, and when I got to the intersection, waiting on my turn to pull in, I noticed that there was some smoke coming out from a pickup truck that was sitting right there waiting to pull out onto 31 and go the opposite direction. And I was looking at her, the driver, and she was sitting there and she kind of was looking side to side like she noticed it but wasn't getting out. So I pulled behind her to get to the back entrance of the post office, and I kept looking in my rearview mirror and she still wasn't getting out, and the smoke was getting thicker and thicker and coming out. And I was just afraid she was gonna not get away from the truck and it was gonna blow up. And I jumped out and I looked and she still wasn't getting out of the truck. So I ran over there and was waving my arms as I was getting up there to the lady. And she finally, I guess, noticed me in the rear view and she started getting out, walking real slow. So I started saying, "Come here, come here, come here," to her. She finally got to me and I said, "Ma'am, your truck's on fire." And after she got out, I felt relieved, glad that I was just afraid that that truck was gonna blow up and she was gonna be hurt. She had no idea. She said, "I just thought it was driving funny. I didn't know what was going on." And I said, "Well, look, there's black smoke coming out," and it was getting thicker as we were standing there. And she tried to walk back to it, and I said, "No, no, no, we need to call 911. And then I noticed that one of the guys from next door at an oil changing place was running over with a fire extinguisher, and he started shooting it up into the wheel well of the truck where the smoke was coming from, which it started making the smoke lessen and lessen. I noticed that some fire trucks had started pulling up, so then I went ahead to get out of the way because it's a high traffic area right there, so I went ahead and went back to work after that.
It didn't surprise me that she had stopped to help because that's just her character. It's the type of person that she is.
You live and you work for a co-op that provides service in your community where you are, so you're going to be interacting with your members. I feel like it makes me care about everybody a little bit more than maybe another job would have.